Climate solutions should not take a backseat even as countries deal with shifting trade dynamics following U.S. tariffs. This is the message from Senior Minister Teo Chee Hean as he highlights the potential economic fallout from rising global temperatures. He urges Southeast Asian nations to unite to find solutions and turn the crisis into opportunities. Mr. Teo was speaking to business leaders in the sustainability space at the opening of Ecosperity Week.
As countries around the world assess and respond to tariffs, those in the Association of Southeast Asian Nations can band together to reduce the impact of potential changes in energy prices. This is as the region has ample resources to develop renewable energy like wind and solar. That's why Senior Minister Teo Chee Hean is calling for a tighter network.
An integrated ASEAN power grid is part of the answer. By connecting national grids, we can trade renewable energy across borders. And this will cut fossil fuel reliance and also, importantly, strengthen regional energy resilience at a time when world markets integration are prone to gyrations. We are already making progress.
This comes amid major disruptions to global supply chains following U.S. tariffs on most imports. Mr. Teo also says private and public sectors can collaborate on sustainable aviation fuel. But lack of the greener fuel and higher costs remain issues for SAF, which is 2 or 3 times as expensive as fossil fuel-derived aviation fuel. And in Asia, the world's largest aviation market, demand is not keeping pace with planned production capacity additions in the coming years. Speaking during a panel discussion, the CEO of Temasek Holdings says more needs to be done to decarbonize the aviation sector.
We need a global agreement as to how do you effectively promote sustainable aviation fuel and the cost-sharing burden between the airports, the airline, and the consumer. Yeah. Because ultimately, you can't leave it to the airline. The profitability margins of the airlines won't allow them to absorb the full effect of COSIA.
That's why there are international moves to draw in airlines, refiners, logistic companies, banks, and others. These are all in efforts to keep skies clean and travel sustainable.